Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Keystone Springdale 1800BH. This is a great little family camper. You don't have any slides or anything to worry about. 2 bunks in the back, good countertop space over here. Obviously your sleeping space up front, and then the rear bath. If you're looking for a lightweight camper, you want to make sure you have AC, a roof-mounted AC, mind you, and heat. This is definitely one you want to take a look at. So let's start off here on the kitchen. You'll see a good countertop space right there. Single basin sink. They went with the white high-rise faucet, trying to brighten things up a little bit. Over to the side is your 2-burner cooktop. If we actually move up right above that cooktop, you will see your vent fan here, microwave up top, and good storage right next to that. I'll open that up just to kind of give you an idea so you can see there plenty of storage space. Electrical outlet, so if you do need to plug anything in, you have a great spot for it because you have all this countertop space. Perfect spot for a coffee maker right there. Of course, window for natural light, and then LED light for light at night. If we drop down underneath, you will see the fridge with the little drop down freezer right here. This unit does run off propane and electric, and it also has automatic switchover, which is pretty good for a smaller fridge like this because a lot of times they don't. They will be manual. So the fact that one does have auto switchover, again, is just one less thing you have to remember or worry about. So we move over a little bit further, you will see your Multimedia Center right here. This one does have some different plug-ins. You have an HDMI port and a USB port on there. It's also Bluetooth capable. Obviously, it controls the speaker, so you can connect to that via Bluetooth and use your smartphone to somewhat control the music. Direct vent furnace right underneath. In a camper this size, that's all you need. It'll do more than enough to heat this space up fairly quickly. And you will also see your 2 full extension ball bearing drawers there for any of your flatware or other utensils, hot pads, whatever else you need to toss in there. Moving back a little bit further, you have this large storage space. Now, personally, I would have preferred that they put a hanging rod in here just so it gives me that option. If I want to use it to hang up clothes, I can. If it were mine, I'd probably put in a tension rod. I think that as long as they put too much tension on there, it would hold just fine. But otherwise, that is a tall storage space. If you have like your own storage system you want to put in there, you can certainly do that too. And then you have the open cubby holes right underneath. In the very back is the bathroom. So as we take a step in here, I will close the toilet, take a seat just to kind of show you an idea of space. So I'm 6 foot tall. Realistically, this is pretty tight for me as far as the toilet. I can squeeze back here, but as you can see, I'm fairly wide in the shoulders, so it's a little tight. I mean, if you sit forward, you can do your business as long as, you're not taking a half hour in here, you'll be just fine. However, one of the things I do like about it is the fact that it has a sink in the bathroom. For a floor plan that's this size, it's not super common. A lot of times they'll just have you use the kitchen sink, which I know grosses a lot of people out. So I do like the fact that they put that in there. And for me, the fact that I'm losing a little bit of space is a fair trade-off. You'll see that you have your electrical outlet there, mirrored medicine cabinet up top for some extra storage. And then right down below, you have a little bit of additional storage there as well as plumbing access. Of course, your vent fan right up top, right where you want it. Moving over to this side is the shower. Now, and again, in a camper this size, this is also pretty common. The fact that I can't completely stand up at 6 foot tall, it's actually better than some. Some of them I have to bend down even more. So it's not too bad. If you're 5'11" or shorter, you'll probably be just fine. You can stand up in here, no problem. Hand wand there as well, of course, your shower curtain. And then as we move back out, we get into the bunks. So you have single bunks here, 300-pound weight capacity. I'll jump in this one just to kind of give you an idea of size. So again, at 6 foot tall, as you can see, I can completely lay out here. I have about 1 inch or so above my head. So that way, as an adult, you're able to actually sleep in these bunks, especially with that 300-pound weight capacity. That does help. So even if you're not taking kids, you're just having like a friend's weekend or whatever it may be, you have that extra sleeping space. On this wall, your thermostat. Now this will just control your heat. The AC unit has the controls for it right on that unit on the ceiling. And then underneath that is your tank monitoring panel, including your water pump and your water heater. If you want a TV, there is a backer in the wall. This is where you would put it, and the connections for that are right up top. You'll also see this one has your Furion prep for Wi-Fi. So if you want cellular signal wherever you go, you can basically you put an addition in there. You do have to have a cellular plan, so just, bear in mind it's not going to be a free Wi-Fi thing. It's essentially a cellular network that you're using, so you will have charges that go along with that, but you have the option if you want it. Here on the wall, some good additional storage. Again, open that up for you to give you an idea of what you're working with. Window underneath, emergency exit, which, the door's right across the way, so hopefully you never have to use that, but right underneath that is the dinette. And it is a pretty good sized dinette. Again, in a smaller camper like this, you can see I have plenty of room here, so you can easily and very comfortably sit 4 people. The table itself does drop down into a bed, so if you need additional sleeping space, again, you do have this. It's pretty small still for an adult, but for a kid it works great. Or if you need to put a pack and play up here, if you have really little ones, that can be a good option as well. I've done that plenty of times. If you take a look up front, you will see the bed. This obviously is kind of the master bedroom area, if you will. As far as space here, so as you can see, like I said, I am 6 foot with a pillow. My feet are like just about to hang off. So, if you're any taller, your feet will probably hang off a little bit. At 6 foot, my feet are just right there on the edge. You will notice you have a nightstand kind of or a head, I don't know, not a headboard, but yeah, kind of a nightstand. You have the electrical outlet right there with USB port, so you can charge your phone, plug in a CPAP. Additional storage, open that up. This one does have the hanging rod, so you can obviously hang your clothes up there. And then you also have the shelf here right across the top. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Springdale 1800BH. 20-pound propane tank will sit right up front, and behind that you will see rails for your battery. You'll also notice the diamond etched plating on the front, which helps protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. Making our way around to the side, I'll open this up. You can take a look inside the pass-through here. You'll notice that it is a good size pass-through, especially on a smaller camper like this one. Coming in at under 3,400 pounds. That's a great extra storage area right there. Same size door on the other side. Power awning on here as well, folks. That's another big thing. When you start to talk about some of the smaller campers, a lot of them will just have manual awnings. Well, manual awnings are great. The power awning is super simple and easy to use. Granted, you can't tie them down like you can a manual one, but if a storm's coming, it just takes you a couple seconds to roll that right back up, which is fantastic. You'll also see the LED light strip on there, so that way if you want light at night, just flip that right on. You don't have to worry about hanging anything up. And you have 2 outside speakers. Those are controlled by that Multimedia Center I showed you inside. Electrical outlet right out here, so if you need to plug anything in, that's the place to do it. And you'll also notice that on this awning arm, you have the Dometic power rail. So there are some different attachments you can put on here, some lights, fans, a couple other things that you can put right in that channel. There is power that is essentially run to it, so it's just kind of a plug, twist, and play. Pretty neat system. Here on the back is your cable inlet. So if you have part cable, that's where you plug it in at. Dropping down, square tubular bumper with end caps give you a convenient spot in which you can store your sewer hose. And mounted to that is the spare tire. Now obviously I hope you never have to use this, but if you do, this is probably the easiest place to get to it. You don't have to get down underneath the camper to access that spare. So we come around to the off-door side, couple quick things over here. You will see both your freshwater fill as well as your city water inlet are right here. And then a little bit further up is your 30 amp power cord. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2020 Keystone Springdale 1800BH. If you're interested in this family travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.